Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes, such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research.
I'm an ounce of prevention type of chick, right? Call it in. Call it in. It's not for you to decide whether that's Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers or not. It's for law enforcement to decide whether it's Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. But, you know, it's hard because I know how familiar and how similar features of him are obvious on other children around his age. But he's been missing for some time. Do you call the cops? Do you call, TBI? What do you do in a situation where you're walking down the road and you think you see Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers? I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know what the right answer is because a piece of me thinks that if we advocate for anybody that sees somebody like Sebastian to call into law enforcement is going to be blowing up, right? But the downside, the double-edged sword side, right? If you don't call it in, they'll never know, right? It's not for us to make those determinations. It truly is law enforcement. We are looking for a missing child. And if that child you think you see, I'm just still going to tell you, pick up the phone and call law enforcement. Don't call your friends. I mean, I would take a picture if you can. So if they leave before law enforcement gets there, I would try to get as much information, stay ultra visual with them. If you see them get in a car, try to take the make, the model, if you can remember the license plate. These are all the things, these are all the best practices I would say. I would never tell anybody to walk up to them and ask them, is this Sebastian or something like that. But there are things that you could do, okay? There are things you could do to get a better view or focal point of the person you think is Sebastian. One of my go-tos is my phone's dead, my watch is broken, do you have a time, right? And you got to walk up to somebody, hey, my phone's dead and I'm on a time. Do you have a time by chance? Gives you an opportunity to really get a little bit closer to those people and look at the child to see if it resembles it. Very low-key, something that happen all the time, many people aren't going to scoff at. The other trick that I have up my sleeve is directions, okay? Most of the time when I'm out in the field, I'm usually not from the place that I'm at, right? So for me, it's ultra easy for me to appear lost and not know where I'm, not be like lost crazy, but just lost and not know where I am. And that's a great way to open your phone, get a map, get ultra close to people and say, I'm right here. My map's telling me to go over here, but when I go over here, it's not where I'm supposed to go. Do you know where all of this is? I'm so sorry. I don't mean to bother you with my problem, but I'm not from here. Can you come over here and help me? Can you just show me on the map where I'm at and where this particular thing is, right? And so I keep it simple. You don't want to say some weird store name that's not there. You want to keep it to Chili's, Apples, names that are in every single county, city, and country across, in community across this country. So those are kind of my go-tos when I really need to get close to somebody or I need to get my eyes on them and find out if it's truly that person, if I need to make contact with them and look to see if they have for older people that I cover, do they have the tattoo I'm looking for? Or do they have a cover tattoo in that area? There are times that I need to get a little closer to observe somebody's body, face, or other markings on them. And so those are kind of my go-tos when I'm out in the field and I need to get closer to my subject. And it's usually always, low grade stuff, something that anybody's willing to help you for.